You've been out the ring for 7 months. How excited are you to get this rematch back on?
I'm really happy. I'm happy to come home to Liverpool. It's a fantastic city. I'm going to have thousands of fans there screaming. It's a city like no other. Everybody who comes to Liverpool experience something different. It's a lovely city full of lovely people. And come Saturday night, you know, they're right behind me and I can't wait.
Does home advantage make a massive difference for a boxer?
For some fighters it does. For me, I've got to cut off from the crowd and I've got to forget about it. I'm just going to go in the ring. And you know, it's nice when you're on top of a fighter and you know you're getting the better of it and the crowd screaming. You do hear that, but there's only so much the crowd can play a part of. You know, you've got to get in the ring at the end of the day and do it yourself. It's just me and him in the ring, and I'm the one who's going to go in there and punch him really, really hard in the face.
You've sort of been vocal that you weren't massively happy with your last performance. You started off quite slow. What have you learned from that?
I've learned, you know, not to be a bit naive going to the ring, getting in the rings at the right times, don't go in cold. You learn so much. I'm still green in the game. I've had 15 fights, I've won all 15, I've knocked 10 out. I've still got a lot to learn, but you know, I've learned an awful lot these last 7 months, and I've sat down and had a look at myself and really thought about what I've got to do and where I've got to go and how I've got to do it. So I'll just show, come Saturday night, people are going to see a different kid.
You took some big hits in the first sort of couple of rounds. Is defence something you've been working on in training?
I've stopped getting hit by them bats that I got hit by that night, but it was some punch that hit me. But it's a credit to my ability, and yeah, I do work on defence. I work on a number of things in camp, and defence is one of a number of things. But as I say, you know, I look back on it, and what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So I've built on what I've got, and you know, I'm sure come Saturday it's going to be a great night.
It's going to be explosive. You've said that he's a world-class fighter over 3 rounds. After that, do you kind of feel the fight's in your hands?
Yeah, he's too muscle-bound. He has legs like twigs, ankles like toothpicks, and he's got a top off like an Adonis. It's like he's something out of a Gladiator movie with a SpongeBob set of legs. It's crazy how his physique is. He can't sustain past 3 or 4 rounds. He's proven that in every fight he's had.
That'll make me very wary in the first sort of 3 rounds.
He's never won a fight that's gone more than 4 rounds. He just hasn't done it. The guy gasses. It's as simple as that. I get stronger as the fight goes on. I have to make a wary start, use my brain, and go about my business.
There's been a lot of war of words. We saw the last press conference and it was sort of full of fireworks. He's accused you of being on drugs and all sorts. Does that sort of affect you at all, or does that sort of fire you on?
No, I think what it's down to is he accused me of being on drugs because he's working on a door as a bouncer, as he states. I'm a doorman, I'm a bouncer, and he's obviously hit somebody in the street who is on drugs and they've bounced back up, and he's seen the look in their eye. The look in the eye that he's seen with me is totally different. I've got back up off the floor, and the look in the eye that he can see with me is pure anger with myself, and also a drive and determination to give me 2 little boys everything I can give them in their life. And he's going to take a lot more than a punch to keep me on the floor. You know, I'm so driven, I'm so motivated to give my kids the best that they can have, that I'll go through walls, I'll run through cars, tanks, bricks, bats, punches, you name it. I'll do whatever it takes, and I'll go to the end.
That's got to give you huge confidence, though, the fact that you can bounce up after taking his biggest hits, the best that he's got, potentially.
Yeah, it's a nice confidence. It's not a nice thing to do. It's not a nice feeling when you get nailed, but
avoid that on Saturday.
It's a nice feeling to know that you can come through the hard times and get on with it. It's really nice.
You've obviously got the vacant British title on the line now. That's a huge drive.
I've whinged and whinged. I became mandatory for the British title, and I've moaned and groaned about it, but it's here now, and I'm going to have a dream come true Saturday night when I get the Lonsdale belt round my waist. I take it home to me 2 boys. They've got this Commonwealth belt in my hand now. They're going to have the British title come Sunday morning, and you know, they're going to have a belt each. Me 2 little boys are going to be happy kids.
Well, hopefully they'll be very proud. Obviously, getting past this fight, there's a potential world title shot against Nathan Cleverly. We saw at the press conference there's a fair bit of rivalry between you 2. Where does that stem from?
I don't know. When he moved up in weight, I targeted him straight away because he was fighting for titles at my weight, and he became domestically the main number 1. That was why I targeted him at first. And the more it's gone on, the more it's become a little bit personal. He doesn't like me. I can't stand.
Is it a genuine dislike, or was that a build-up for cameras?
It's built up slowly, but I can't stand him. In all honesty, I can't stand the bandana that he wears, the smug chin strap goatee that he's got. I just can't stand the smug appearance. He's Nick Cotton out of EastEnders. He sends me crazy. He's just smug and he winds me up. And that bandana just sends me absolutely crazy. He's not Mexican, he's from Wales, and he needs to just remember where he's come from and remember the people that he's passed on the way up. Don't forget where you're from.
Well, he'll be sitting ringside watching you, hopefully minus the bandana. Does that spur you on at all when you know that he's sitting there?
No, I won't even see him. He won't even enter my head. As I say, he's just another fighter with a poor excuse for a beard. So, as I said, it's not about Nathan Cleverly come Saturday night. It's all about Oval McKenzie and the power he possesses and the dangers he poses to my reign, my legacy, and my getting my hands on that Lonsdale belt.
You're obviously a huge Everton fan. Have you got some of the Everton boys coming down to support you?
Yeah, I train with them Tuesdays and Thursdays. I was there on Tuesday full of the banter and they give me good going over. A few of them are coming, you know, the lads I really can't wait for it. Most of the first team are coming. I've got an awful lot to thank Everton Football Club for. I've got Dave Bellew, who's a fantastic strength and condition. He's the head coach at Everton, strength coach. And you know, I can't thank them enough. The club sort me out with kit and they look after me, the games, and all the players are now friends. It's a fantastic thing to do. You know, I've idolised the players since I was a young boy, and I love Everton Football Club. So you know, it's just surreal to go in there twice a week, see the boys, have a laugh and a joke with them, and
have them coming down to support you.
Yeah, I go and support them every Saturday. Now they're going to come and support me this Saturday. It's going to be exciting, and the fans are not going to be disappointed. I can promise that.
How do you think you'll get on this season, Everton?
I'm hoping we start like we finish. I think we can do well. I'm praying for the top 6 finish. It's hard, everybody's spending crazy money, and we're a bit strapped for cash at the minute, but we have a fantastic gaffer in David Moyes. We've got
very loyal, he's been with you a long time.
He's one of the best managers in the league. I don't think there's a manager in the whole league that could have done the job that David Moyes has done with the
finance,
with the funds that he's done it with. He deserves tremendous recognition, and all the players deserve it too. You know, they're a family spirit. They've got a great family camp, and they are really dedicated to the cause. You wouldn't believe it unless you go in and see it. I spend time with them. I see them all in the changing room. They're all like brothers, and they all stand and fight for each other, and it's great to see.
Well, thanks for talking to us. Good luck on Saturday.
It was a pleasure.